I have started recording.
I did like a second after you. It's cool. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, how you feeling, Tommy?
Never better.
Yeah?
Roll the intro.
No.
Oh.
Let's talk about... No, we're not fucking rolling an intro this week. Fucking let's...
Yes, we are. Roll it right here, Bobby.
No, let's see what is... how you feeling this week, Tommy? This is an interesting little... I don't know.
People laughing behind me and it threw me off, okay?
Yeah? Well, maybe you should... You feeling all right there, bud?
Got to get my head in the game. Yes, I'm doing great.
Maybe you should get your head out of the fucking clouds, you goddamn Rastafarian.
Dude.
This week...
I don't know what you're referring to.
This week we have Tommy, the drug abuser, on. All right, roll the intro now.
I'm
Okay. Nah, we can't do that as an intro. What are we going to do as an intro?
Yeah, I know. Dude, I don't know.
This week Eddie kills himself. All right, roll the intro.
Nope.
Roll the intro right now. So what I'm saying is I should go off my meds.
No.
And get back into that state.
I don't condone this.
Welcome back.
Shout out God, shout out Jesus.
Deep left.
Welcome to the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular with Eddie and Tommy.
Okay, welcome to the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular. Welcome to the show, guys. EPS. It's the best podcast in the world. We're back this week. Unfortunately, Tommy's back. Just kidding.
That really hurts my feelings.
Yeah, no, I was
Tommy
kidding.
really back this week?
Yeah, that's the question. Did you listen to last week's episode?
Part of it, and then I got distracted by something.
You know what's dumb?
What?
I realized, like, the other day, because I walked into Bobby's room, a.k.a. the studio.
The studio.
Shout out Studio B, because that's where the nine-finger diddler himself
Happy
edits.
420, by the way. It's 420
No,
here
it's
in
not.
this
I mean,
time zone.
it's 420. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
In my time zone, it is.
Dude, early 420 episode for us. Well, for one of us. And so no,
Don't spoil which one.
I walked into Bobby's room
Yeah.
to see what he was doing. Maybe kiss him just a little bit, and we recorded that entire episode on my mic, just one mic. So
Why didn't you just use your one studio that we recorded the show at that one time?
because it was like 9, 10 at night, it was pretty late.
All
But
right.
either way, we did it on one mic. It sounded like shit. You could hear. I had to turn up. I mean, this is like inside baseball talk, but we had to do some things to the microphone to make it pick us both up. But at the same time, when doing that, it picks up a lot of other noise. So every time we would like touch the table or something, it would like pick up super hard, and it just didn't sound great. It was a fine episode. Go check it out if you haven't listened to it. Bobby's the best.
I love Bobby.
But I walked into his room the other
hates
day.
me.
I walked into his room the other day, and I noticed that there's another fucking same exact replica microphone that I have just sitting on his desk. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with us?
Use this?
Why didn't we just fucking record it like... Professional podcast, guys. Professional podcast.
Yeah,
with
we're professionals.
Professional
Call
hosts.
me Elon Musk.
And producer. And me and Bobby both get paid to podcast, so I don't get what the fuck is wrong with us. Why are we so bad at this?
I'm just your Elon Musk guess.
Yeah. So Tommy's high. And this week...
You can't prove that. It's all a bit.
And this week, we have so much to talk about. Tommy, he was missing for a week. I don't even know where he went. What happened?
Does anyone know?
What happened, dude? What?
So, last week, I was out of town and
share
was
the
not able to
specifics?
record earlier.
You wanna?
Dude, I don't need them to know my business.
Okay, well, let's just start a podcast where we... It's not like I, share my soul.
I was going to a family wedding.
Oh, okay, thanks.
And then I had to fly there.
It wasn't your cousin that I'm in love with, right? I'm not in love with her.
Have we mentioned that on this show?
No, but, I will probably marry her someday.
All right.
Shout out, what's her name?
I'm going to make her... No, don't shout her name out.
What's her name?
Don't say it. No, don't say it.
I won't. I'll have Bobby bleep it out, okay? So what's her name?
I don't know if I can trust you.
No, just what's her name? Like I'm.
You know what it is.
I literally don't remember what her name is, and I'm in love with her.
I feel like this is a trap.
It's not a trap. Just tell me her name. I don't see what the fucking problem. We're gonna cut. This is not a live show. Like we can edit out any of this. We've done it before.
Her name is...
Okay. All right, Bobby, don't edit this out. Hey, shout out Tess.
Good one.
You know who I am.
Good
So,
one.
Hit me up. Ask
Bobby,
Tommy
we're
for my
definitely
number.
cutting that out.
Ask Tommy for my number. Check out my social.
No.
No, don't check out my social
Bobby,
media. It's not great.
Bobby, cut this out.
So anyway, we missed you. There was a lot that went down last week. You missed the R. Kelly shit. You missed other stuff. What else happened? There was a mass shooting that happened, but that didn't happen within the... Can we talk a second about how ridiculous the name Christchurch is for a city? Like, it's an oddly specific name.
You're missing the problem.
No, I mean, no. I get it's terrible, awful. I cannot say how much the people of Christchurch are in my heart. Shout out you. Or, man, I should not say shout out.
Wow.
Thoughts and prayers. Awful. We don't have room for that in our lives. We are an all-accepting podcast, except to white supremacists. You fucks. Anyway, I just wanted to...
still listen if you guys want. It's just we don't like you.
We'll take your money. We just don't... I mean, we take money from Big Tobacco. It's not like we're good people. But I mean, I would not be the journalist that I am if I did, or the podcaster, if I didn't call out and critique things that I find to be ridiculous, like the name Christchurch.
I don't really have a problem with it.
Well, it just seems like overkill on the whole. Like, we get it. You like God. Christchurch, like, really? What else? What other church is there? No other religion has church. You know what I mean?
The Church of Xenu, Scientology.
Yeah, no, but they don't really call it. They don't go like Xenu Church. They just call it. I think they have a name for it. It's called like the place or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. It's a ridiculous name. Anyway, thoughts and prayers. Make guns illegal, or make all guns legal, so everyone has a gun. It's either one or the other. I can't accept either. I can't accept one. We should, Bobby, tread lightly on this one. It's up to you. Figure out where we can keep this in.
Thoughts and prayers.
Tommy, what's going on in your mind right now? I feel like you're in a good place.
I was going to tell you a story.
Go ahead.
About my travels.
Oh, was Tess there?
Remember? No.
Oh, shout out Tess.
You know how all the 737 Maxes got landed?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on with that?
I was on one the night before.
Oh shit! What happened? Okay? There's a couple things that I've been hearing on the internet lately that I have no idea what the fuck's going on. So Boeing 737 did
Max.
What
Max
happened?
8.
What happened? Why are people talking about these?
So one crashed like 6 months ago, and then another one crashed a week ago.
Where? I didn't hear about this.
One was in Africa. The recent one was in
They have
Africa. I don't
planes
know
in
where the other one
Africa?
was. Yeah.
That's a joke. I know they have planes in
And
Africa.
so-
I'm not fucking stupid.
And so it was the second one that crashed. So everyone's landed them.
Yeah.
But really what the black box found or whatever is that the pilots there just didn't know the software well enough.
Oh.
And so the nose would dip, and then you had to do something to make it come up, but they didn't. The pilots weren't trained or whatever. Because then the Boeing people came and they were like, "This is what happened. All you have to do is this."
What happened?
If they were trained, they would know. And then apparently the co-pilot had only been piloting for
2 weeks,
6 months or something. And then apparently that's nothing for pilots. So
yeah, how do you get that job? You ever think about there's no flight school? I mean, there is, but that's for small. Do you have to be in
there's aviation schools.
Yeah, but do you have to be in the Air Force? Is that a requirement?
No.
Because I feel like everyone who's a pilot was either in the Air Force or that's it. I've never heard of a pilot that's a commercial pilot that wasn't in the Air Force.
I don't know. I mean, it's probably just an easy job for them to get afterward.
Or the Navy, because they have planes in the Navy as well.
The eyes you just made when you said that, you're or the Navy.
Great audio content.
I was just thinking that.
What? Cut out my uhs. I'm so bad at... I go to broadcasting school. I should not be this bad at my job.
Yeah, what the hell?
So I read a interesting... God fucking damn it, Eddie. Did it? I literally just talked about...
What did you do?
Don't call it out. Don't call it out. Just move on. So I read an interesting article on Snapchat. Nice face, dude. What was that? What are you doing?
About it. I wasn't doing anything.
Okay, guys, let's be honest here. Tommy ditched me the other day, last night, We had planned in advance that we were going to record the show on a Sunday. And I said, you sure? Like, we're going to have to record on Sunday. If you say we're going to record on Sunday, we're going to have to record on Sunday.
I forgot.
He said, for sure, man. I won't forget, as he always does. And I will be ready to record, and we'll get that show pumped out, and Bobby won't be mad at Eddie because there's no show for him to edit. And everything will go just smoothly as possible. And so Sunday comes around, and I go, in the morning, let it be known, in the morning, I texted him at like 8 in the morning my time, so 9 o'clock his time. And I said, hey, we still on to record tonight. No
I was
response.
busy traveling.
No response until like 8. I want to say like 8:30 at night.
That is so not true. It was like 4.
I'm going to go back to my receipts. 3 today, right? I'm holding you to it. Oh, wait, no, that was today.
I was ready at 3.
Yeah, I wasn't this time. But it was for school, so I don't go to
Mine
school.
was for school. I had homework and stuff.
I said, we got to record tonight. This was at 8:48 a.m., right? This is what I have to, guys, whenever you say I'm a bully, this is what I have to deal with. I said, we got to record tonight at 8:48 a.m. I get a response at 4:27 p.m.
I told you it was 4.
Shit, I forgot. That may be a problem. Why? I have to take and then he talks about all the shit that he just chose not to do while he had a week in advance to do it. And then
Spring break, y'all.
and then he was just like, yeah, so we can't record tonight, and that's just the sauce on the tits. So deal with it. So then I had to waste my time where I could be making money right now, Tommy. I could be making money right now.
Sorry, dude.
But
I could be making money right now.
would you though? Because come on now, who pays the bills? Anyway, I texted him today. I'm like, hey, today at 3, I'm holding you to it. We're definitely recording today. We have to. He said, yeah, man, perfect. And so then 3 o'clock comes around, and I have to make a call. And this is an unavoidable call. It was time sensitive, and I had to make it.
I did not complain at all.
No, because you have no room to complain because you're literally the only one that ever wastes time. So,
dude, this is getting pretty harsh.
And so I make my call, and the person keeps stalling. So I have to like keep putting it off like 30 minutes at a time. I finally am in the middle of this call, and I get a text on my, like I have a MacBook, so I see all of the texts I get on my phone, on my laptop as well. And I had my laptop open because I was asking this person questions, and I just see, dude, I fucked up. Or no, it said, dude, I goofed. And I went, why? What happened? I'm already expecting him to just be like, yeah, we can't record. And then we just wouldn't have an episode this week.
I'm giving golden content.
And so it's not golden content. It's just kind of part of it now. He goes, I goofed. I said, why? What happened? And he just goes, I accidentally got fried. And I went, how do you accidentally get fried? That's not something.
An accident.
It's not an accident. How do you choose? You choose what you do, man. You don't have to get high before.
I didn't mean to.
I can't keep a tracker on you. What am I supposed to do?
I didn't mean to.
You're sinning over there. This is a Christian-friendly server. I don't know what we were going to do.
I need some guidance from the church. What?
Makes no sense. Oh, my God.
Because sins?
What?
What? Okay, I'm sorry.
So he got high before the episode. Now I have to deal with it. And, well,
we
no.
all have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's going to be a fun time. Hopefully we get some golden content out of it. But if not, then just know it's not my fault.
My bad.
Why did you get high?
I didn't mean to.
Explain yourself, sir.
I was peer pressured.
Okay, and you're an adult.
And it worked. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a little, make food taste really good. And it went too far.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe you are in your 20s, my guy.
Maddie just goes, here's a great show for kids.
Anything you hear on this show, definitely try yourself, kids.
Yeah.
I think that you, as a person, you're not 14 and in high school. Like, you can decide. You don't have to be the cool kid. You know what I mean?
I wasn't trying to be.
Yeah, but you just said you got peer pressured. So
I did.
do you see where I'm coming from now? Where I go like, oh, how about you just don't get high? And then we record the podcast.
understand.
And then you could get high. I don't care if you get high. I think people should
I
get high more
didn't
often. It's not for me,
mean
but
to.
all right. Fine. Whatever. So next week, I'm going to try cocaine and do the
Please.
podcast. Oh, now you're cool with it? You've always... I'm straight up. I will get cocaine, and I will do cocaine live on the podcast.
I don't believe you.
The first time I ever do cocaine. Or maybe I'll just get some... I'll ease into it, and I'll just get like Adderall and then snort it
Jesus.
and stay up for like 3 days. I've always wanted to try that. I think I'm an upper guy. I don't think I can do downers. So I promised my dad I'd never do heroin. I'm going to keep to that promise because I
Check.
don't like downers anyway. So I'm all about... Well, you think I should try cocaine? Good idea? Bad idea?
No, I think it's a bad idea, but like,
Are you going to support me either way?
I'll watch.
Here's the thing. My parents don't know I have tattoos. And I don't know how to tell them because there's this whole thing about, and I go, you say, why are you talking about it on the internet then, Eddie, on a weekly podcast where they could listen at any time? There's a shirtless man in the background of Tommy's screen. It was just exciting.
He's a guy I keep here.
But there's,
take it as a blessing, Tyler.
here's the thing. My parents don't listen to anything I do because they hate me. And just kidding. They love me, but just not that much. And so there's this thing in the Jewish religion. I don't know if you guys know, but I am a part of it.
Eddie's a Jew.
Mm-hmm. And there's this old wives' tale. Is it okay to say wives' tale still? I don't know
Yeah,
if that's
I
like
think
even
so.
a legal thing. But there's this old myth that you can't mark your body. It says that if you mark your body, meaning like if you get a tattoo or you like, I guess if you branded yourself or something like that, then you would,
Ouch.
you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery. Here's what I have to say about that. First of all, it's not true. I read it on the internet that it's not true. I don't remember where, but I'm just going to go with that. The internet doesn't lie. Second
Never.
thing is, I'll be dead. Why the fuck would I? Me and God don't even talk. Like we're not even close like that. So why should I care if I get buried in a Jewish cemetery? You know what I mean?
I mean, that's your own, like, if you don't care, then, like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, it's too late anyway. I already got the tattoos and I'm filling them out. Have you seen this one? Do you want to see it? Look at it. It's cool. Describe it
I've
to the
seen
audience.
it in pictures. All right, guys. It's this astronaut, right?
Yeah, you know what I
But
named
there's
him?
a twist.
What's the twist?
There's a twist.
What?
His helmet's cracked.
Oh, shit.
It's just a skull in there.
Oh,
Eddie, what are you doing?
I got a head nod from Maddie. Cool. Thanks.
Anyway, yeah, so his helmet's cracked.
Uh-huh.
Skull inside. He's
Uh-huh.
dead.
Yeah.
The wire keeping him attached to the ship, or whatever it is. Maybe
I think it's like an air tube. It looks
yeah,
like an air tube.
air tube attached to it
Yeah.
is also cut.
Oh, shit.
He's dead.
He's dead as fuck. He's Matthew McConaughey in that one movie where he's in space and he's
I
lost
haven't
in space.
seen it.
Oh, well, he's lost in space and he gets sucked up into like some fourth dimension. Spoiler alert.
It's like the guy at the beginning of Gravity.
That was a woman, wasn't it?
No, Sandra Bullock was the main character, but
This is
some guy
actually
gets his head sucked out of a helmet.
so my first tattoo is this Goodyear symbol.
Oh, I didn't realize they were on the same arm.
Yeah, no, I'm only doing one arm.
Okay.
And I got that because I texted my sister and I was like, hey, do you think this is a good idea? I'm worried about, like, I don't know. I want one really bad and I don't know what to get. And I have an idea of what I want to get, but I don't know if it'll, like, I have an idea of what I want to do with my arm. And then she told me that it would be okay as long as the first one I get has, for some reason, it had to be the first one, had to have some type of meaning behind it.
Personal meaning.
Yeah, so I got the Goodyear symbol because that's Akron. That's where I'm from. And I put some stars around it that are 6-pointed. I put 4 6-pointed stars for Chicago because that's where I live now. And I love both places. Super lame, I know.
Ayo.
But that was
I
just...
didn't realize that's what the stars were for.
Well, that's why I only got it so I could get this one. And I want to do a whole theme, and I'm very excited about it. And it's super lame to talk about tattoos, but I got them. But yeah, Mom, if you're listening to this, sorry. she already
I
told
hope
me.
this is how she finds out.
I've been trying to, like,
I want to see what happens.
I've been trying to ease the idea of me having tattoos into her brain, just kind of like subconsciously, without.
Like, it wouldn't be the worst thing, right, Mom?
No, it's more of like I'm trying to just put the idea of me having them into her brain so she can expect it. And so I was just like, hey, I let it be known that I want them. I was like, hey, I'm really thinking about getting a tattoo.
What'd she say?
I know you don't like them, but it's something I'm very interested in. I'm in art. I dress like a douchebag.
The arts.
And I want something on me that that I can look at and I always enjoy.
Yeah.
Like every day. And that's what I mean, not to get stupid and I almost said a bad word. Not to get lame about it.
Oh,
but
I know what word he was going to say.
No, I would never say that. It's a bad word. But it is kind of a thing where it's like, if you like looking at it, then that's why we have art on our walls. Why can't I just put art on my body?
Yeah, dude, I got nothing against it.
Exactly. And I think it looks cool, and I'm going to add to it to make it look cool, too.
I mean, I like them both, but I really like the astronaut.
Yeah, this is the style. I got in the American traditional style, so I think I like...
The old... walking on the moon.
Yeah, that old sailor technique of walking on the moon.
Yeah.
I decided to name it. I used to work at this place called Laser Quest. They can't fire me, so I can talk about it all I want. And I used to be so worried that if I talked about where I work on the internet, then
they would come for you.
Yeah, they would come for me and fire me. But I don't fucking work there anymore, so suck my dick, Laser Quest. Just kidding. I love that company. It's a wonderful company. Yeah. They treat their employees very well. And they're Canadian.
Do the whole speech right now, or is that copyrighted?
I can't do that. I don't own that. I do know it by heart, though.
Welcome to Laser Quest. My name is Popeye. I'll be your marching for today. Today's mission is a solo mission, which means everyone in the room, look around. You are against everyone in this room. You're trying to get as many points as possible by tagging people, but you lose points if you get tagged. Now, the good news is you can tag and be tagged an unlimited amount of time.
Whoa,
yeah.
That's the best I've ever heard you do it. It's like you could still work there now. Hire him, Laser Quest.
I know. No, don't. I make more money now. But it's a great place for... I love that company, and I made a lot of good friends, and I was friends with my bosses, and it was like a very good, friendly atmosphere.
Except for that one person.
Nothing. No, I even like her, too. Like, we made our amends, and we're very friendly, and she doesn't even work there anymore. Or they.
Whoa.
I shouldn't say. I shouldn't pronoun.
And they're very friendly.
Shout out Laser Quest, Canadian company. Give your money to that laser tag arena. Anyway, I was the guy that shouted out the rules, and I like went around the field of battle. You know, when kids went around.
Yeah.
And I think I talked about it before.
I was gonna say, have you talked about the story with the kid?
Yeah, where I almost killed a child.
No.
What?
The one with the wheelchair.
No, what are you even talking about?
The one where the kid came up to you. They're like, Marshall. And you were like, yeah. And they're like, the battery to my wheelchair's about to run out.
Yeah.
And you were like, sorry, I can't do anything, and left them.
That sounds way worse. Let me explain what my title was, and then I'll tell that story. I'll tell my version of that story. So I was called what is called a marshal. That was the title of that. So whenever you needed help, you would yell out, Marshall, Marshall, Marshall. And so I've decided to name the space guy on my... I'm not going to gender they, Zimzer, but their name... That's so hard to do that. Have you ever
Marshall?
met... Yeah, it's Marshall. And he's dead in space.
I thought it was going to be Gumbo Funk.
No, that was my name. I'm Gumbo Funk. This is Marshall. But... the whole thing, but it's like a dead guy. It has no meaning. You shouldn't get tattoos that have meaning. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Just get stuff that you think looks cool because you'll enjoy that more than something with meaning. And it's also easier to tattoo that way for the artist.
Just get stuff that you like.
Yeah, just get shit that you like. It doesn't matter what it is. If you look at it and it makes you happy, then get it. Anyway, so there isn't really meaning, but I've been thinking about it, and I have put some meaning on it because if someone asks me and I need to have an answer, if they're like, oh, tattoos need to have meaning, then I put some meaning on this. So he's a dead guy in space. So that's the most alone you could ever be. We've all felt like we've been there, right? Like we're all alone in the universe. But that's not true because he's on my body and I'm with him. We're together.
Hey.
So wherever, I'm never alone because I got Marshall right here on my arm, and he's never alone because he's literally on my arm. So yeah, there's the meaning behind that. It's really lame. But
Whoa!
thank you. Going back to your story,
Yes.
I worked with a lot of kids. Let me just say that. Whatever it means to you, you know what I mean? We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, Eddie really likes to work with kids.
You know what I'm saying? I really love hosting their birthday parties
Yeah.
because they're so
And just-
innocent.
If not even that, just being at their birthday parties.
So they're just so friendly. But anyway, I shouldn't say stuff like that. I should not put that out into the universe, especially what's going on in.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah, I don't like kids. I like kids, but I don't like kids like that. Anyway, there was one party, and there was a kid who I can only describe as disabled. I was trying to think of an even nicer word. I was like, what?
Handicapped.
Yes, he couldn't work. I mean, he couldn't stand.
Couldn't work.
He was walkably impaired. He couldn't walk. That's all I got to say. And
He was in an electric wheelchair, one of the cool ones.
yeah, he was one of those cool kids with an electric wheelchair, and it had a cool little nozzle on it where you push and it goes forward. The only problem with that is they design those so the person doesn't have to be pushed around or whatever, or use their arms to
Yeah.
the biggest design flaw is that shit just locks up when it dies a battery. Like you just can't move. So that's kind of exactly what happened when I was in there. We have that, the way that place works is they have towers in there that you can go up and stuff, but they're super inclusive. So they have all ramps. So it doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair because you can participate just as much as anyone else.
Unless
the vest
you're
fits
a cool
around
kid
everyone.
and want to jump around when you're not supposed
You're
to.
not supposed to. Don't fucking jump around. That place is a death trap. I've seen that place with the lights on. There's nails hanging out of fucking everywhere. Do not. Like when they say don't run, it's not because they don't want to be liable. It's because you might actually fucking die. So
I thought you were saying that like as like an employee, just not wanting me to jump around and like follow the rules.
Jump. No, I
Do
care about
not
you
jump
guys.
around in there. Follow the rules.
No, but seriously, follow the rules. You might get hurt. I saw a kid fucking like. One kid got stabbed once in the bathroom. That was a wild night. I wasn't even there for that.
No, when the kid got stabbed?
Yeah. But we won't go into that. I don't want to call anyone out. So this kid's going around having fun, being a kid, enjoying life, just a little less than other kids, and because he can't walk, and so he calls. At one point, I just hear Marshall, 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 which is the call for action. Please help me.
The marshal.
And the thing about that call is people call it for dumb fucking reasons all the time. Like, that guy's cheating. And I go, I don't give a fuck. And then I walk away.
Or you do that if somebody's like, my wheelchair's about to run out of power.
Yeah. So that's kind of exactly what happened. He called me over and I went, what's up, bud? And he was like, hey, so a little problem. My battery on my wheelchair is about to die. And I went, oh, fuck. Well, that's not good. What do you usually do when that happens? He goes, well, I replace the battery. And I go, okay. Do you have a battery? And he went, no. Do you? And I went, why the fuck would I have a battery? Why? No, I don't just carry around wheelchair batteries. I didn't even know that batteries had wheelchairs.
The batteries had wheelchairs.
Shit. Fuck.
Burn.
Dude, I'm going to jump out this window. I really am going to kill myself
I
this
got
week.
him. I zinged him.
Fuck. Anyway, he was like, we have a dilemma, man. I don't know what you're going to do about this, but my shit's about to be dead. And I went, I hope it doesn't.
I don't know what you're going to do about this.
So I kind of looked at this kid and I looked at my watch and I looked around and then I walked away because there's honestly nothing I could do to help him. So I was just like, this will be over soon. I said, oh, you know what I told him? I said, hey, stay near the entrance of the arena. So that way, if it does die and I have to come find you, you'll be close. So I literally just told him sorry and then walked away. So I was not bad at my job, though. That was just one occasion where I let a child down who was handicapped.
Another time you had to kick a kid's ass.
That I told that story where I almost kicked a kid's ass. There's a couple of times where like parents almost fought and the cops got called because
Dang.
yeah, people care about
Like
their
parents
fucking
of the
kids.
same kid or parents of different kids?
It's different kids.
Okay.
It's weird though because
I thought you meant they were just having like relationship problems. They started yelling in the middle of Laser Quest.
no, that would be hilarious if someone like just decided that
They're- Yeah,
they were
that's
getting
where
a
they were
divorce.
gonna.
They're just like,
At their
Johnny,
kid's
are you
birthday
enjoying
party.
your birthday party? And they're like, Tim, I want a divorce. Okay, I can't take this anymore. I know you've been sleeping with your secretary. God damn it.
Whoa.
So anyway, parents really fucking care about their kids' birthday parties. The kids couldn't care less. They just want to go and have a good time with their friends and play a couple rounds of Laser Quest
Yeah.
and see the cool lights and listen to the cool music, and that's it. Like, no one is unhappy when they're playing laser tag. It's pretty much it's impossible to be unhappy when you're playing laser tag.
Yeah. Unless you suck.
But parents, no,
At
even
laser
when you
tag.
suck, it's just like a cool atmosphere at least.
Yeah. The black lights.
The black
The
lights.
incriminating black lights.
Yeah, you can see cum everywhere. Did I tell you about the time we were cleaning it and we turned all the black lights off and we turned all the like house lights on and there was just
Yeah.
like booty cheeks in dust? Like,
I think you have told me that before, but I forgot.
it was a great sight.
Just booty cheeks and dust.
So, yeah, no, parents would freak the fuck out if there was one small inconvenience. It's like, oh, the pizza's 5 minutes late, and they're like, "What are you gonna do about this?" And I'm like, "Jack shit,
it's not
because
my
I don't
fault.
have the pizza. You're gonna wait." But
Yeah.
I don't work anymore. I mean, I don't work there anymore.
I don't work anymore.
Bobby doesn't work anymore. He's playing he's doing that thing where
Is he still getting workers' comp?
he hasn't gotten it yet. He has to go through the whole system. We talked about it
What
last
the
week. If you
hell?
listen to the podcast, Tommy,
I
you
got
would know.
distracted by life.
And
I got a note and
marijuana.
it says, "Coach is going to put me in the third quarter." What do I do?
What?
This note was just left on my desk by my friend.
It says coach is going
And
to
he
put me
said,
in the
Coach is going to put you in the third quarter.
Well,
Which I do.
pad up. I don't know what to tell
Fuck.
you. What quarter is it now?
What quarter is it, Coach? It's the second quarter.
Well, yeah, halftime. It would be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Just let me know when third quarter is coming, okay?
I just knocked over a cup, but it was empty.
Cool. We missed you. Is
Aw.
the moral of all of that. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, welcome to the show. I missed all of you.
I was talking before
week I was
about
gone.
I was reading this article. Tell me what you think of it, okay?
All right.
So essentially, it was about a guy who fucks too much that he got addicted to Viagra and nasal spray because and the reason is, and this is how they ended it, because monogamy is bad. What are your thoughts?
What does the nasal spray have to do with it?
Okay, let me go into the story. So he was married to a woman and they had
This is a real story?
This is a real story. It was on Vice's Snapchat thing and I saw it and I was just like, what the fuck? Because it had something to do.
Yeah, you
like
were-
I read
you were telling
Viagra in
me.
the title and I'm like, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
So I read the article. Sorry, I almost threw up. And the
Man, that would have made good content.
the guy, it's going to happen one of these days. The guy was talking about how he was in an open relationship, an open marriage, with his wife, which obviously that's the best way to have a healthy marriage, right? Is to have sex with
Of
other
course.
people.
Yeah.
And
Hey, don't. Some people, different strokes for different folks. Man.
yeah, no, I'm not saying that monogamy is right. I'm saying that non-monogamous marriages just are hypocritical and don't
Yeah.
make sense. So
Yeah.
they had an open relationship, and this is why it doesn't work. The woman fell in love with the
other
other
guy.
partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
duh.
so they got divorced, and then she married and got into a monogamous relationship with that guy.
Dang.
So I'm like, oh, so obviously non-monogamous marriages work perfectly in this guy's case. And he said, and so I was so depressed. So I moved to a different city and I started fucking everyone that I could in a non-monogamous way. So he was having so much sex. He had so many partners
Yeah.
that every night he became a full-time, in his words, full-time boyfriend. So every night he would take girls out on dates and then have sex with them afterwards, consensually.
I was gonna say.
Thank you very much. We are
Was he getting paid?
we only talk about consensual sex on this
Was
show.
he paying?
No, he wasn't paying. It was all for the date?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say that he was paying for everything just because we live in 2019, Tommy, and that is an old method.
Did this happen in 2019?
I think it happened in like 2018.
Oh, okay.
Also, I do pay for like most dates, so.
Yeah, dude, get out of the past.
I know,
Just
right?
kidding, I do too.
So he's
addicted to Viagra now.
Yeah, so he was having so much sex that like every day of the week he was having sex with a different woman. So it would become too much that he didn't want to have sex, or he had so much sex that he just couldn't get it up. So he started taking off-brand Viagra.
This sounds like a dude who's just making
compensate.
it up to brag about how much. Like,
That's what I was kind of during the middle of this. I was just kind of like, this guy fucks a lot, and then I was like, is he just kind of trying to get it out there
sympathy.
in writing that he fucks a lot? Like, this is not.
He's like, hey guys, look at me. My life is so bad because women want me.
I fuck so much. It's just so. Life is hard having this much sex and being wanted by every woman ever.
Yeah.
He didn't describe the women though. He could just be with complete clunkers. Not that,
Whoa.
personality. It's all about personality.
Whoa.
Here on EPS, we're all about personality. We don't see bodies.
Bobby,
I don't even.
make sure you keep that in.
I don't even see bodies. I listen. I only listen.
I'm blind.
I'm blind. I smell women. I don't look at them.
Whoa.
That was weird. Yeah, sorry.
Is that what you meant by clunkers?
So he was having so much sex that he started taking Viagra, and he started taking so much Viagra. So the sex addiction led into a Viagra addiction because he would have to take.
Is Viagra
He would.
addictive?
Well, I don't think it is, but it is if you have to have sex, and you have to have Viagra, then that can be, everything's addicting, in a sense. So he got addicted to Viagra. So he's taking a lot of Viagra. But the thing about Viagra is that it opens up blood vessels. So
nose spray does the same thing.
no. So
Oh.
there are little blood vessels in your what's it called? Sinuses that can get, when you take a lot of Viagra, it doesn't just go all to your dick. It opens up the blood vessels everywhere. So it went up to his sinuses, and his nose would get super stuffy during the middle of sex. And he's like, oh, it was really bad because it was dangerous, in fact, because if I was like giving oral sex or I was having really rough sex, he was just bragging about having so much, sucking pussy and stuff, that
he's like, if I was too busy pleasing my woman.
Dude, I was just sucking so much pussy and I couldn't breathe, dude. I was literally drowning in the puss, dude. I could have died. So he had a stuffy nose, essentially. And he was telling his friend at a bar or something.
Handle the sniffles.
He was like, hey, man, I'm fucking so much that my nose is stuffy. And he said, oh, your nose is stuffy. Try this. And pulled out some nasal spray. Fucking genius.
The pharmacist to me was like, I understand.
I would have never thought to do that. So he pulls out the nasal spray. He tries it, and I guess this was the first time he had ever used nasal spray. Have you used nasal spray?
Yeah, dude.
Isn't it? It works.
It's effective usually.
I don't know. This guy was, I think, in his 30s. I don't know how he went 30 years of his life without taking nasal spray. It seems impossible to me. Whatever. So maybe it was just for fluff. This is a little side piece. Maybe I'm overanalyzing the whole situation, that he hadn't tried nasal spray for 30 years of his life, but he hadn't apparently, and he said he hadn't. The jury's still out on that. I don't know if I can trust this guy. Maybe he wasn't even fucking that much.
Who knows if anything he said was real?
Exactly. It seems like a lot of pussy to suck. So
every day it must have been such a burden for him.
So he started going down this line where he would take a woman out on a date, bring her home, pop a Viagra, take nasal. So he always had Viagra and nasal spray in his pocket, and it got to a point where it was just too much. He was having sex too much, and the result of the story was he just continues to have sex with people. He's like, yeah, dude, monogamy still. What I've learned through this. That was
the whole story.
The whole story is what I've learned through this is that I'm still not monogamous, and I was like, what the fuck was the point of? There's no resolution to the story besides this.
Him trying to. He's like, guys, I have sex every night.
Yeah, this is just the biggest
like he just wanted to publish it.
Yeah. This is just a guy this is the live version of Chaz, the guy who sucks pussy.
Dude, love Chaz.
Dude, I just suck so much pussy that I always have a gras in my pocket and a little bit of nasy spray. So fuck that guy. Really good article. You should check it out. I don't know how it wasn't in like the New Yorker or the Washington Post. It was Vice. Weird enough. In the time that you've been gone, Tommy, I don't know if I told you this, but we almost lost everything from EPS.
What do you mean?
We almost lost all of our content.
How?
We've been doing this for what? This is our 28th episode, so we've been doing this for 28
doing
weeks.
It for like more than 6 months.
Yeah, we've been
Probably
definitely
7
doing
months.
over half a
Maybe
week.
8 months.
We've been doing this for over a half a year. And we have a lot of content. We have hours and hours and hours
And hours.
of audio clips.
Yeah.
And Bobby came back this weekend after editing. I feel so bad for him because this was unavoidable. Like, it wasn't his fault. Every file on his computer, gone.
Wow.
Just erased off his hard drive. And he tried to back it up. He tried to get it fixed. He tried to, save the files. Nothing. So
no reason why?
I don't know the specifics, but something went fucky.
He didn't do anything. He just opened it and everything was
From
gone.
what I heard, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
The way he described it to me. Every episode that we've ever recorded and all the audio that he had was gone. So every song, our intro, the song intro for this show, for UFR, all of the songs that we made, like Fuck Waluigi, Can't Say Gun Girl, gone.
Dang.
All the originals. So we can't go back to those songs and remaster them or edit or add on. So those are done. Those are locked in. The songs that we were working on, gone.
Dang. They're
So-
gone?
Gone. We were working on a project, guys, and it was going to be really fun, but
Damn.
shit gets in the way, so that's all gone. So the minute I heard about that, luckily, the majority of the master of our episodes, we have a list on our hosting service, so they're all up there anyway.
Yeah.
And we had backups we have a cloud drive that we use, so they're all up on there too. And for a third measure, like the minute he told me this, I went on Amazon and I bought an external hard drive, like 2 terabytes. And I've just been spending the past couple of weeks just putting everything that we have from this show like onto that. I'm like, we're never losing anything ever again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we almost everything went tits up for a second, and I was worried. You never know, like most things in life, you never know what you have.
The
until it's
shows that
gone.
were out would still be up.
Yeah, no, they would still be up. It's just.
So what are we going to do about the intro?
He ripped it from another episode.
Oh, okay.
But he had to add new, the build up. That's different now, and it sounds good. And we had our signature douche when Bobby throw it in. If people don't know what we're talking about,
Throw it in like 6 times.
so that's different now too. But they both sound good. They're just like different versions of them. So, whatever. We'll just move with the punches.
I can't wait to hear it.
You live and you learn when you podcast. It's the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Poor Bobby. I'm so sorry.
I know, right? It kind of sucked, but at the same time, I almost died because I was so scared. Do you have a story? I feel like I'm talking the entire episode today. What's going on, man? You have anything to talk about?
I feel like I did have a story, but now I can't think of it.
Think really hard. I want you to think really hard right now.
Brain blast. It was something from spring break, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, you gave my number to your cousin Tess.
I didn't.
Hey, Tess, what's up?
I didn't.
Hey, will you share this
Bobby.
episode with Tess?
Bobby. Bleep the name.
Please don't.
Bobby.
Tess, if you're out there listening to me, I hope things are going well. What's up? What's going on, dude? Hit me up. Anyway.
No.
Are you gonna tell her about this episode, or am I gonna have to reach out? I'll ask one of your siblings for the number. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
We'll say no.
I can ask her then.
You don't have a phone number.
You don't know me. I think I have your dad's number. I could just ask your dad.
That makes sense, though.
I could just ask your dad.
I have your mom's number. No, my dad will not give that to you.
If I could just go like, oh, hey, I need to, we're doing this thing for the podcast. It's going to be a really funny little bit. We're doing it with your niece, Tess. Do you have
my
a
dad
number?
would be like, no, because I know.
He'd be like, oh, yeah, cool.
Me and my sister were telling our dad how you were texting us asking for her number.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, we did.
You're just mad because you know she'd fall in love with me.
Ask my dad. I promise you we were talking to him about it.
I'm so gosh darn cute that... You know what? No, I'm not going to pat my back like that. Sorry. Going off of that, what were you going to talk about?
He started to pat his back, so that's still there. But then he tried to look like a big tough guy, innocent
fine.
guy.
It's fine.
He's like, no, I'm not going to pat
that
myself
guy.
on the back.
I'm not that guy.
So it's like, hey, I'm not that guy. Like, look at me. I'm a nice guy. But
all
it's also
I'm
the
saying
guy's like,
is
I could pat myself on the back.
I don't,
because I'm such a great guy.
I only believe in monogamy.
I'm screaming.
I believe in monogamy, and I don't even own nasal spray. So take that as you will. That's all I got to say.
I'm sorry if my audio is really loud this episode.
Because you can't pay attention because you're fucking...
I'm just screaming.
You're not. I can tell you for...
It seems like I am.
I can tell you for a fact that you're not. How, on a scale of 1 to high, how high are you?
I've definitely toned it down a bit from when I texted you.
Okay.
But I'd give it like a 7.
I'm going to ask you questions. Here's 19 stoner questions. This is from BuzzFeed.com. Shout out BuzzFeed. They broke that news, the fake news about Donald Trump that actually turned out to be fake news.
It doesn't matter.
Do you think it's called sand because it's between the sea and land?
No.
Oh, damn. You're being too real.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know why it's called that.
What does water taste like?
Air.
Why does it taste like air?
Because, like, that's just the natural taste in your mouth, and then you put water in it, it's still that taste.
What? It doesn't make sense. It's a completely different thing.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's, like, tasteless, so it just tastes like what your mouth normally tastes like, and your mouth normally tastes like air.
I think water tastes like nothing.
That's basically what I mean. Air
How do you
like
think?
nothing.
How do you think they close the bus door when the driver gets off?
Why? Here's my problem with that. Why would they need to close the bus door? Because then they have to open it again for the bus driver to get back on.
Because they need to lock it up. Because why do you close your door when you get out of your car? Think about that, you fucking idiot.
Because my car has valuables and the such like in it. I'm not worried about my car getting hot wired.
What?
I'm worried about the stuff inside being stolen.
There might be
they
stuff
wouldn't be able
in
to
there.
just take my car.
Do you know that there's more nipples in the world than people?
Yeah, there's twice as many.
Yeah. Some of these aren't even
Well,
good.
I mean, it's probably... Yeah, I mean, it probably evens out to twice as many because, like, some people probably only have 1, but some people probably have 3.
Oh, here's one. Who knew what time it was when the first clock was made?
Oh, man.
Think about it.
Oh, to set it?
Yeah. Really think about it. How did they do that?
They probably just picked a time.
What do you mean? They can't just pick a time.
They probably, like, it's noon now.
No. That's not.
They did it based on the moon.
What do you think dogs and cats are thinking?
Dude, I was just thinking that. I was hanging out with my dog, like, over break. And, like, I was like... She, like... I made a sound or something that she... like, associated with food or something, but it wasn't, like, time for her to get her food. And so she went over, and I was like, what do you think? Like, do you think she thinks, like, oh, that sound, it means food, and then goes over? Or do you think it's just natural instinct of, oh, I hear that sound, I'm going to go?
I don't know, man. You got to tell
Do you
me.
think they think about it, or do you think it's just natural instinct?
Here's a good question for you.
All
you know
right.
Helen Keller?
Yeah.
Blind and deaf from birth.
Yeah.
What language?
She was only deaf, or I think she was only blind at first.
Oh, well then a person who's born both deaf and blind, what language do you think they see and hear in their mind?
Dude, they're probably so confused. Probably have no idea what's going on.
No, but like, what do you think they think in?
They probably
do you
just
think
use
it's
pictures, but what would they see? They don't know what
they've
things
never
look like.
seen anything. So how would they use pictures?
And they've never heard anything.
Yeah.
Dude, those people are dead. They're dead on the inside. They're dead on the inside.
How
They
many
can't
birds?
enjoy anything.
How many birds? Like, how many birds do
A
you think
bird
you've
in the
seen more
hand
than
is-
once?
What?
How many times do you think you've seen the same bird in the wild?
I was just thinking that with trees. I was like, I've probably
What?
literally seen, like, I was just thinking about, like, all the trees I've ever seen. It's probably in the millions.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of crazy? Even if I only glanced at them once, I've probably seen over 1 million trees.
I guess. What were you just thinking about?
Honestly, I was like, man, I hope I don't sound like an idiot.
Hey, if a doctor suddenly collapsed in the middle of a surgery, do you think the other doctors would assist the doctor first or the person they're operating on?
The person they're operating on?
Why? They're
Because
both in
that
need.
person's
They're
in
both
more
in need.
danger.
Are they? Because that doctor just collapsed.
It depends what point in the operation they are.
What if it's like open heart
they're
surgery?
If they're in an unstable thing, they're going to make sure the patient is safe because the patient is paying and the doctor is an employee or something.
And that's why you use Eastern medicine, people. Western medicine is a scam for money. Do not go to the doctor. Kids, listen to me right now.
No, go to the doctor.
Listen to me right now. Don't go to the doctor. Pray the pain away or go get acupuncture, okay? It'll solve all your problems, and it costs a lot less, and it's not a scam. They know what they're talking about. Trust me on this one.
Acupuncture?
Yeah.
Kids, go to a doctor.
No, don't. Don't listen to Tommy. He's high. He's a sinner. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Listen to me. I'm completely sober right now.
It's okay.
I am full of advice. I am an adult. I pay my taxes. I have a full-time job. Don't
It's not full-time.
go to the doctor.
He's a liar. It's not full-time.
Smoke cigarettes, don't eat meat. There's a big difference. The thing that causes cancer isn't the cigarette smoke. It's red meat. Okay. So that was questions to ask Tommy when he's high. Thanks. Throwing the applause. That was a great segment.
Hey.
Patting myself on my own back.
Throwing the applause, Bobby.
We already did. We just did. We got to talk about... There's a couple things I want to talk about. First off, what is this whole Shane Dawson thing? Have you seen this on Twitter?
Dude, so I think he just made a joke in a video.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I fucked my cat. And then...
Explain, like, what was the tweet that he sent out? Like, explain it to the audience.
The tweet that I saw, he was like, no, I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on it. No, my penis has never been near my cat. Quit asking about it. And it was like, I would never do something like that. And then a bunch of people were like, yeah. And I was like, what?
Is that what the joke is? Because I saw a lot that are just going after Shane Dawson, just like, seems like something someone who fucked a cat would say.
I saw a bunch that were like, one of them was like, no one. And then it was like J.K. Rowling. It was like, no, I didn't fuck my cat.
Yeah, she's wild. She's fucking ridiculous. I love Harry Potter. I hate J.K. Rowling. I think I hate her the most. She's one of my least favorite people on this planet.
Whoa.
And the weird thing is I agree with most things she's saying. I just hate the way she says it. It's like, oh, I hate you. You're what's wrong with, like, this is why people make fun of people with your viewpoint, because it's like you are the worst. You are the worst. Shout out J.K. Rowling. She writes really well, except that any book that wasn't Harry Potter. Oof.
Has she wrote non-Harry Potter books?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Dude, she's got so much money. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. She's more accomplished than me, I will ever be.
And if it has her name on it, people are gonna buy it. So it doesn't care what she writes.
In her defense,
it doesn't matter what she writes.
Exactly. In her defense, she's much better at what she does than I am at what I do, and I'm gonna be dead anyway by the end of this podcast. So,
spoiler!
Oh, gave it away. Snape fucked Dumbledore.
They had a passionate gay affair or something.
No, they didn't. He killed.
That's what she said.
Snape killed Dumbledore, and then
not Snape, the guy from the.
Oh yeah, they had deep hardcore sex.
Yeah,
fun anal play. He came. Dumbledore. Do you think Dumbledore is a top or bottom? Think about it. Give your honest response.
Bottom.
I'll give you 5 seconds. Oh, what was that?
Bottom.
Why is that?
He seems like he's like, I'll do whatever's needed of me.
He's very charitable. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Shout out Dumbledore, taking it in the ass like a pro. So shout out the LGBTQIA plus community as well. We love you guys.
That in like a PSA.
We love you guys.
Also, shout out.
We should go to Pride this year. Do you want to go to Pride? Should we do a live event for Pride?
In what city?
Dude, it doesn't fucking matter. Anywhere in the country. Pride is fun.
Let's do it in San Francisco.
That would be expensive. We need to go.
It would probably be the best one though.
We need to make a trip out to Pride, and actually, I don't know if we should just go to Pride for fun. I don't know if we'd get any good content out of it.
Yeah.
But we should definitely make a business trip to the Gathering of the Juggalos. And I think I have a team that we could put together.
Where is it?
I think it's usually around, I think last time it was in Ohio. I think it might be in Ohio. Somewhere around the Midwestern area. So, like, we would be able to get to it. That's all I'm saying. It would be pretty cheap to get to it. We wouldn't even have to camp out there. We could probably just walk into the event every day.
I don't want to camp out there.
Exactly. Let's not camp out. We'll stay in like a nice motel or a Airbnb or whatever the fuck they have out in the field that they're in. We'll rent a car and we'll go to the gathering every day and just see whatever. We'll experience it. I feel like since we have such a large Juggalo following and we are the official Juggalo podcast, we'll
no one's fighting that.
I think we need to pay our dividends and at least go to the gathering once.
The dividends.
Yeah. You know what really annoys me? Makes me want to fucking
What's that?
freak the fuck out and
What
throw
is
a
it?
table across the room, jump out a window and shit my pants.
What?
People, there's this girl, right? And she came to class the other day.
All right.
You know what she did the entire class? She had her headphones
Took
in.
vigilant notes.
She had her headphones in.
Okay.
That's not the problem.
Did you watch porn?
No. Even if she was, that would have been better than what she did. Because it's entertainment. And like, I've been in class before. It's March. I watch March Madness during class. I don't care. I'm not paying attention. I'm not saying you have to pay attention fully. Because no one wants to be in class. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Don't go to college, kids. But she's already here. She made it in. She's in class. She's spending thousands of dollars to go to this school.
Yeah.
She comes to class with headphones on. And she talks on the phone to someone. She's FaceTiming someone the entire class. While the teacher's talking.
How big is the lecture?
It was like 30 people.
How did the professor not know?
He knew. Because
Oh,
someone
he
called
just
her
didn't
out.
care?
Someone called her out. Because no, you're
Yeah.
not, like, he's trying to teach. It's not his responsibility to call someone out like that. You know what I mean? We're adults. Like, that's not something that you do. That's some childish shit.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So he should have been like, hey, get out of my class.
Yeah, but he's not that type of guy. I don't think he's a confrontation type of dude.
Yeah.
He's a podcaster. we don't do that. So he didn't say anything because I mean, once again, I don't think it's his response. He was just there to teach, so he was doing his job, and it was really distracting because she was talking like at points where like it would be silent, and then she would just be like, "What you up to?" And I'd be like, "What are you doing right now?" And there was a few questions, like times where he would like call on her and be like, "Oh, hey, did you just say something? Did you just ask a question or something?" Kind of like giving the hint, like I can hear you. And she just didn't pick up on the hint. And then some random student, like halfway through the lecture, turns around and is like, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
are you on your phone right now?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" Mind you, I was like 3 feet away from this, so I was scared.
What was he wearing?
What?
What was he wearing? Was it a trench coat?
It was two no, it wasn't a trench coat kid. Although, you know, we can't stereotype these trench coat kids out there. Please.
They look dapper.
You looking dapper. If you see a kid in a trench coat, don't trust them. So it was a girl, actually. She came in and she was talking on the phone the entire time. And
No.
another girl.
The kid who yelled.
Yeah, that was another girl.
Oh, okay.
And they started yelling at each other. And she's like, "Oh, if it was a problem, you should have said something like a while ago. Like, if this was a problem, you should have said something a while ago." And I'm like, how is that helpful? Like,
how's that an excuse?
How's that an excuse? Like, oh, yeah, if you would have told me 5 minutes ago, this wouldn't have been a problem. I would have gladly hung up the phone. Right now, though, I'm at the peak of this conversation.
I'm busy.
This is not cool for you. You're the one that's uncool right now.
Yeah.
And it was just a very awkward situation. And I thought some hands were about to be thrown. I was worried because I was like 3 feet away, and I would have been I was the closest.
To stop it, you would have had to stop it.
Yeah, and I just wasn't. I would have let them kill them. It's like each other. That's not my response. I'm just there to learn.
Yeah.
That's a freelancing class, and I am not doing well in it. Or like by that I mean like I don't have a high A, and this is the most success I've ever had as a freelancer in my life, and I think that's really funny. Bobby, you can keep that in or cut that out. I don't really care. That's kind of a humble brag. I don't.
Bobby, keep it in.
No, please don't.
Bobby, keep it in.
How do you feel about people like that though? Like, do they just like were they not raised right, or is it a thing where
the people who just talking, they just don't give a shit?
Is that it, or are they just so disrespectful that they don't realize that that's a bad thing to do? Like people who talk on speakerphone on the bus or the train, I want to murder. Because I've talked on the train.
Maybe they don't have headphones.
I've called you before when I was on the train.
Yeah.
And what I do is I put my headphones in, and then I put the little microphone up to my mouth real close, and then I kind of like whisper.
Like an FBI agent.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm mindful of people. What the fuck is wrong with you, America? We all just... I hope the nuclear holocaust happens soon, because
Whoa.
it's tough being alive, man. It's such a grind. Just waking up.
Grind don't stop.
Yeah. Wish I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Dude. They get to eat pizza every day.
I can't even eat pizza.
They get to skateboard through the sewer.
I don't really like skateboarders, but like, yeah, that does seem pretty tight.
They get to fight crime and kick it with Master Splinter.
That's the coolest part. Wait, what was that last part?
They get to kick it with Master Splinter.
Okay. So we're going to talk about this guy on TikTok who's fucking his ice cream.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck is happening, guys?
It scares me.
What is your take on this? Explain the video and then...
My take is this guy thinks he's the coolest.
Throw in...
You know those
Bobby,
ice cream shops?
Yeah, Bobby, throw in like an audio clip of the guy saying ice cream is sexy. It's a TikTok... Just look up TikTok ice cream guy. You'll find it'll.
Let us know in the comments below who's feeling particularly fruity.
It's one of those ice cream places where they like flatten it out and then like curl it into ribbons.
Yeah. It's cool.
But he tries to dance all sexy like.
He's essentially
and he makes
like,
weird, angry eye contact.
Yeah, very aggressive. Very aggressive. Are we gonna add him to the list? This might be a list winner.
Of aggressive, dude. It's not.
It's not number
than
one, but I definitely think this is like last week. I forgot to add actually. Last week I talked about the guy that peed on the train. And did you hear that?
Yeah, I think you told me about it.
Yeah, this guy literally got up and peed on the. We talked about it last week. He got up, peed on the thing. I didn't add him to the train. I mean, I didn't add him to the list of most aggressive people or events ever. Yeah. I think he definitely makes the top 10 list. I'm going to put him at number 7, peeing on the door of a train. We need to
make a whole list.
Yeah, so far we've got at number 7, that guy peeing on the train. At number 2, Nazi Germany invading Poland. And at number 1, our still week-to-week winner, undisputed champion of the world, is the girl who gets fucked by her dog and puts it on her Snapchat story. Yeah. But this guy, I think, he has a... Are you dancing right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm dancing.
Okay, I'll just let you keep doing that.
Don't worry about it.
So this guy, I think, definitely has a good chance of making the list because he says like ice cream's sexy, and then he like sexily like tries to like throw the ingredients on the little grill that's cold, the cold grill. I don't even know what to call it. And then he like chops it up all like.
It's disgusting.
And he gives you the fuck you eyes that and it's just soul grabbing. And the worst part is he's like a
Can you tell me you weren't a little bit turned on though?
Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, no. He is a very, I would say, aesthetically, he fits the type of a hot guy.
And he thinks he's hot.
I can admit when a guy's attractive. He's an attractive man.
It's the dance moves.
The dance moves were the weirdest part because he's like humping. He's like straight up like dry humping the ice cream.
Ice cream. It's ice cream.
It's very disturbing. If you haven't seen it, just go check it out and tell me that it's not the most erotic food. Because you know how like the Salt Bae? Ugh, I hate that meme.
Yeah.
He like.
That's what it's called, man. You got to embrace the meme.
He drops That's kind of sexy, but it's not.
Nobody can see Eddie doing the flex right now.
Yeah. But it's not the same. This is he's straight up fucking this ice cream, and we should have done this mixed segment of Shane Dawson fucking his cat in this. We're just gonna have a segment from now on called People Fucking Stuff. New segment alert, and whenever someone on the internet does something weird, kind of fucking it. We'll
talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it.
We'll talk about it on the show.
Speaking of fucking it, people fucking it. Is that what I called it?
Yeah, I think so.
Michael Jackson. Let's talk about him.
Dude, holy shit.
What's the documentary that just came out on HBO? It's called like Return to Neverland or something. Something about
Finding Neverland. No,
never.
Finding Neverland is about Peter Pan, I think.
Never.
It might just be called Neverland.
Neverland. Never again in my land.
That's racist.
What? Anyway, Michael Jackson, great tunes. Apparently fucked kids, and it was pretty like obvious, and we all knew it. I remember back in the day when he was alive still, we would make, back in like primary school, I remember making Michael Jackson jokes all the time. And I was a kid myself, so it was okay for me to say it. Yeah, I remember when he died too.
I came home from a baseball game. It got rained out. Figures it was bad weather because,
Because he died.
Yeah.
It was the tears of all the children that he raped.
Somebody in my house was like, Michael Jackson's dead. And then we were all like, no, he's not. Because, he wasn't dead. But he was. You
know who is dead also? The children on the inside.
Stanley Lely.
Oh, Stanley Lely is also dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so apparently he, in the Neverland Ranch, he had sex with, like he fucked.
Have you watched the documentary?
No.
I haven't either. But I heard the kids just, like, they're grown up now, but I heard they just, like, get very detailed, like, this is what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you think about Macaulay Culkin. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you might have been in Home Alone. You might have been in Home Alone, but you're not alone in this universe.
Oh.
Macaulay Culkin, come on the podcast. Come on, let's talk about it.
Dude, that would be great.
Let's talk about it. Come on, Macaulay.
Yeah, talk to us about it.
But no, I've listened. He did a What the Fuck with Mark Maron, and he talked about his relationship with Michael Jackson. He said it was completely like non-sexual. It was just platonic or whatever. Strictly
Find
platonic.
it hard to believe.
It is now. So if you want to continue to listen to his bops, Michael Jackson's, because he did have bops. Thriller, great song.
Yeah.
Don't watch the documentary because it's gonna
ruin him.
Yeah, it will.
John
definitely.
Oliver did a thing where they were like, if you're upset about it, you either are the most oblivious person on earth for not realizing it earlier, or you're just being fake mad because the masses are, because we all really knew he did this before.
Yeah, it wasn't a secret. I don't know why it's such a it's now. Maybe it's just because of the documentary. It's how everything. Well, it'll get forgotten about. R. Kelly also happened during the time that you were gone.
Yeah.
I don't think we talked about it that much, but he is wild.
Dude.
The H3 podcast pulled up this video of him in Ethiopia, like trying to get, like, the song he was singing was literally just trying to get, here, Bobby, if you can throw in a clip here of that, just a little snippet.
Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court, I leave you with all the evidence you need.
Do you have your passport?
Do you have your passport?
Girl, would you like to come back with Rob
to America?
Dude, the face he makes there is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Do you have your passport?
Did you get your shots?
I love how clinical it is.
It's so not romantic.
Yeah. Girl, did you get your shots?
He's been
I don't
locking
want
girls up
malaria.
ever since.
Weird.
His brothers who are in jail have been defending him like, oh, we're all defensive about our women. Like, we don't like them to talk to other people. I'm like, oh, that seems healthy.
Yeah, even better.
And the coolest part is one thing that's inspiring is sometimes I feel down on myself because we have a good fan base. We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We have,
thanks, sad boys.
Thousands of people have listened, and we nothing but thanks for that. But sometimes of course we compare ourselves to other people, or at least I do. And I'm like, oh, we could have so many more listeners, and there's so much more that we could do with the show. But then you look at R. Kelly, who has sold millions and millions.
Yeah.
He's gone platinum several times and sold millions of albums. Rich. He has to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
And he could not even pay his $100,000 bail bond.
Dude, they blow it.
And then he skipped that or something, and then he got raised up to $1 million, and he still couldn't afford that. So he's living down the street from me right now in Cook County Prison or jail.
Go visit him.
I know. That's what I was kind of thinking about it. Live interview with R. Kelly?
Please.
EPS exclusive? But no, that made me feel good about myself because I'm like, oh, even the most successful people in the world
are still horrible.
Are still really poor. So we just we're on the same level as R. Kelly, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can quote us on that. EPS.
No, wait.
EPS equals
that's
R.
what
Kelly.
you're saying. No, we're not. We're better than him.
No, I mean like I'm not saying like we don't do that to women. We respect women, of course.
Yeah.
But like
better than R. Kelly.
No, I mean yeah, we respect women better than R. Kelly.
You
but
just
like,
said no.
But on like a creative, like we're on the same level. Like I couldn't afford $100,000 bail bond.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you be able to afford that?
Take out a loan.
Exactly. So we're essentially the same as R. Kelly. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
The only other story I have for this week is I watched this video of a guy who wore a VR mask for a full week. So he lived his life in a VR world, and we kind of talked about this once before. Where we're like, oh, if I could pay
like would you?
If I could pay like $10,000, I would.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was gonna talk about with this, but it was kind of lame. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you can't, like you still have to eat and like shit and stuff.
So he kind of made it like an AR VR kind of thing, where he would have like a little camera on the VR set, so he could like see where he was going. Like if he had to like look at what he's picking up. But it was like a camera. So he was like, yeah, at some points my eyes would burn and stuff, but then I just kept going. I'm like, what is wrong with you, dude? Like that's not safe. He would shower with this huge box over his head so he could continue to wear the VR set. And every day he would
his
give
head
him,
would never get clean.
He would, yeah, that's the other thing. That's nasty as hell, dude.
Yeah.
Wash your hair. He would give himself 5 seconds every day to switch the headset on and off, and he would wear the headset to bed. So he was like, yeah, I started to dream in VR.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's like, it was a cool experience, but then like I would get super anxious because I don't know. It was. You should go watch the video. I think it's trending right now. It's something like week in VR headset. So go check that out. The guy who does the video, it's kind of, I don't like the way he made the video. The voice is weird, and then he seems weird, but whatever. Should we do it?
Yes.
Do an entire.
I need to find a week where like I don't have. Literally anything.
We'll podcast for an entire week.
Yeah.
And so we'll raise it to we'll live stream the event. And I think he live streamed it, but he didn't podcast the entire time. So we'll podcast the entire time and then also be in VR the entire time. Then we can fuck each other or whatever.
Yeah, please.
Let's go to fan mail. I think we only have...
I just see one.
Well, we got one from someone that just says, suck big dick. Thanks. Yeah. That was all that said.
The subject is y'all suck. And that says, suck big dick.
Luckily, though, we did get an update. Remember that essay? Did you read the essay, the Shrek essay?
Not all of it, but I read some of it on the show. What grade did it get?
We got the results back. He got an 86 out of 100.
Oh, yes.
That's a B. Much like this podcast. It's not an A. It's not perfect. But
dude,
acceptable.
Congrats on the 86.
Let's throw in the applause. We're so proud of you. And with that, that's pretty much it. I think I'm happy with that. You happy with that?
I'm not gonna remember it.
You want to stop podcasting?
Dude, I'll go as long as the wind takes me.
All right, that makes no sense. Let's end it here, guys. We love you. Check us out on if you please send us in anything you want to our. You can send in stuff to be included in the show. If you want to get on the show, this is how you do it. Send us an email at sadboycrying@gmail.com.
Say, hey, I want to be on the show.
sadboycrying@hotmail.com. Send us a little message or something like that. Anything, we'll read it or look at it or listen to it.
Let me on the show. We're going to be like, okay.
You can tweet at us. You can follow us behind the scenes on our social media at Twitter. We are EPS_pod. Same on Instagram, but except we don't really use Instagram. Do you have anything you want to plug or say before we go?
Sad Boy Crying. Follow him on Instagram.
Don't do that. Tess, I hope to hear from you soon. I'm I'm free.
Nope.
I'm free. That's all I'm saying. My schedule's open. So if you're ever in Chicago, looking for something, someone to hang out with, it's cool. Shout out you, Tess. What's up? You have a cool name. I think it's a really cool name.
Bobby, cut this all out.
Don't do it.
Except leave the begging. Just cut out her name.
All right, this is where I kill myself. Ah!
Oh.